Automatic like a fomatic, built for tragedy, made for static. It's your boy, Purpose on my podcast, back with the blast, in and out with a dash. 2025 won't last. It is going so fast. It's going to be gone in a minute, man. Y'all believe it's July, man. Oh, man, this year been going. So much news, so much breaking news been happening, so many events. I told you, man, we haven't got no breaks. 2025 has been all gas, no brakes, man. 2025 been E85, man. 2025, could we call it 20 E85? Or should we call it 20 E25? Because it's been all gas, no brakes, man. It's been all gas, no brakes. Let me know in the chat. As you come in, man, double tap, man. As you come in, man, double tap. Like, we're going to get us a poll going, man. We're going to discuss. I want to know how y'all feel about the situation happening. We're going to read the tweet. I don't know if you've read the tweet. Did you read the tweet? I don't know if you read the tweet. If you haven't read the tweet, we're going to read the tweet this morning. And I want to know your reaction. You know, Trump finally responded because it's been getting out of control. I mean, it's getting out of control. I don't know how you feel about it. We're going to discuss it this morning. But the Trump train is rolling. The Trump train is rolling. But we knew this was going to happen. We predicted everybody was going to Trump jump ship. But the Trump train is the Trump hate train is rolling, and we're going to talk about it this morning. And I got a unique perspective on this whole situation. And it's like I said, today is part duex. You know what I'm saying? Like the friend. Hey, I don't know if you ever seen that movie when we was kids, man. But I'm putting aging myself, man. But it's Trump news today, and it's the Jeffrey Epstein Files debacle part 2. We got Pam Bondi, we got Bondi Dingo, we got Cash Patel. We got Trump. We got a dead man that I like when Trump said that won't die. We got a person that won't die. That's the perfect way to put this, man. Because there's no better way to say this. Is that this is the story that will not die. And what I wanted to talk about this morning is why won't this story die? Jeffrey Epstein is dead. Why won't this story go away? We got to do some real research because if you uncap Trump's tweet. And then so all the people who hated Trump from the beginning are trying to say that this is cryptic. But it's not cryptic because when you break down the science of what Trump said in the tweet and what the actual truth is, who we got in the being Stranger Things Club said hi. Your boy Alexander said hi. Hope said hi. If you break down what Trump said, and so I wanted to find out, double tap like as you come in. I need as many likes as we can get real fast to get this message out there. Everybody hit the like button, it's free. Double tap, like, share, subscribe. Who else came in? Andrew, Orky 99. So I wanted to know, if you go back to the original arrest, think about this. This is what Trump is saying. This story won't go away. If you go back to the original arrest took place in 2000, the original arrest took place in, was it 2008? So Trump, they have pictures of Trump going around with Jeffrey Epstein. But all of those pictures are in 2000. But none of those pictures are from before 2000. Double tap and hit the like button as y'all come in so we can have this talk. What Trump, let's read the tweet. What Trump is saying, Dust Spear said hi. What Trump is saying is that this story won't go away for a reason. Every time, like we thought it would be another pandemic. We thought it would be, they tried to assassinate him 3 times. He actually got shot. Trump actually got shot in the ear. So we wondering, why won't this story go away? Everybody double tap, hit the like, Purpose on my podcast with the blast, top of the mid-morning podcast, the story that will not go away. So why won't this story go away? If the first arrest was in 2008, you don't have any pictures of Trump with this individual after the time of the first arrest when who was in office? The Democrats was in office. The Democrats was in office and the Democrats gave him a sweetheart deal. Can we talk about it? Because everybody want to blame Trump this morning. Telling you this Trump train is a trip. But I can see it coming from a mile away. Everybody got hate for Trump. Everybody got blame. Oh, Trump did it. Oh, Trump did it. Oh, Trump did it. We just shoveling. Double tap, hit the like button, man. It's free to hit the like button. We just shoveling. But the original arrest happened under the Democrats. Now, everybody wants to say that the second arrest, the actual arrest where he was prosecuted and the subsequent, what happened in the cell, happened when Trump was president. I don't think that happened by accident. And where did that happen? That happened in the Southern District of New York. Surprise! Surprise. So you telling me that Trump has something to do with the Southern District of New York, the same office that got him guilty from a misdemeanor to 36 felonies? And why don't you tell the whole story? All the people who want people to hate Trump, why don't you tell the whole story? All the people who want Trump to be implicit, why don't you tell the whole story? Southern District of New York. This is the same court that we just talked about with Diddy. Southern District of New York. The same court with Trump. This same liberal court that has 6 female prosecutors that threw away the Diddy trial. This same liberal court has 6 female prosecutors and put Cassie on the stand 9 months pregnant. The same liberal New York court that had a misdemeanor on the president and convinced the judge to charge him with 36 felonies and came up with some flabbergasted jury instructions and got the president guilty of 36 felonies. But now you want to tell me that somehow that Donald Trump secretly, even though he got guilty of 36 felonies, has a relationship with the Southern District of New York? Get out of here, man. They're not being honest with you, bro. Wilson Churchill, the greatest, back in the building, man. IC3PO, back in the building. No Diddy. Pants on fire, said oil up. Keep me nice and shiny. Keep shining. Keep me nice and shiny. Look, bro, the first arrest happened under the Democrats. The Democrats gave him a sweetheart deal. Then, magically, the Southern District of New York charges him during the Trump administration. Trump says on file, Trump made sure that he was barred Epstein from his clubs, and he tried to recruit somebody, so he had him barred from Mar-a-Lago. Epstein was barred from the clubs, barred from Mar-a-Lago. Double tap, hit the like button as you come in. So the truth got to come out today. The truth got to come out today about this Southern District Court in New York. Does anybody understand what is going on, and why is it the same court? Who appointed this court? Who, was it Cuomo? I heard, who daughter is on there? Who daughters were in the Southern District? It's all this deep state. It's all this inbreeding type stuff that you hear about. It's this person's daughter. It's this person's son. Or this person's daughter is running the Southern office of New York. And it's a whole Democratic liberal family, bloodline, mafia. And then they keep having certain type of prosecutions. Has anybody noticed and paid attention? Because no, they don't want you to pay attention. They want you to pay attention to a list that doesn't exist. And today, when we talking about Golden Dome, when we talking about existential crisis, when we talking about World War III, when we talk about peace talks, don't we all want peace? I thought what was most important to all of you, he dropped the bomb, genocide. To all of you crybabies out there, I thought you wanted peace. I thought you wanted Trump to get you peace. I thought you wanted Trump to negotiate peace. What a gator in my taters. APC on the beat. AP, I like a gator in my taters, baby. It's a gator in my taters. And I'm upset about it, man. And I'm shout out to Alligator Alcatraz, man. Go home on your own. Go home on your own, or go along to Alligator Alcatraz. We didn't tell you to come here, man. Joe Biden told you to come here. Let's go, Brandon. So now what we got? Alligator Alcatraz. Double tap, hit the like if you support Alligator Alcatraz. Ain't enough like buttons, man. Ain't enough like. Double tap, hit the like. Do you support Alligator Alcatraz? Let's talk about the truth this morning, because everybody upset. But I told you, they need to work harder. They're going to have to work harder for my audience. You're going to have to work harder to lie and create this evil narrative about Trump. Trump didn't own an island. Trump didn't fly a private plane. And when Trump found out that that guy was a weasel, Trump banned him from his club. After the Clintons gave him a sweetheart deal, I said it too, after the Democrats gave him a sweetheart deal, after the Democrats gave him let's hit the like button, man. Double tap and hit the like button, man. He said, what are you blabbering about? What in the hell are you talking about? You don't see the beautiful thumbnail? You didn't see the beautiful thumbnail? Let's read Trump's tweet today. This is the Trump news, and we talking about the Nothing Burger, the Jeffrey Epstein list Nothing Burger. Going back, come on, man, let me read this, man. You know how old this story is? This story goes back. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested and charged with SA in New York on 2019, right? But this was the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, July 18, 2019, right? And conspiracy to commit SA. These charges were related to incidents occurring in Florida and New York between 2002 and 2005. Can we have a talk this morning? Can we have, how do you want to blame my president who got some serious work to do, and everybody, everybody listening, do you know it's July? It's July in the first year of a 4-year term. Everybody hates Trump so bad that within 6 months, you can blame Trump for everything that's going wrong in the world, geopolitics, in your pocketbook, in your bedroom. If your wife ain't happy, if you broke, 6 months, come on, you guys. To the people in the chat, who's, what are you talking about? And blah, 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 this. 6 months, bro, 6 months, and you can blame another person. You're lazy. It's lackadaisical. It's extremely pathetic that in 6 months, you want to blame another man for your lack of finances, your lack of performance, your lack of productivity, your lack of understanding of politics. 6 months is all it took. He got 4 years to be president. No one is doing the math. No one is being honest to you. Everybody want to talk BS in the chat, but do you realize only 6 months in the presidency? He hasn't been president for a year. He hasn't been president for 2 years. He has not been president for 3 years. He has a 4-year term. We're only in the first 6 months of a 4-year term. And everything is, Jeffrey, the list of Pam Bondi and Cash Patel and DOJ and the budget, he's doing the 6 months? He ruined the budget in 6 months? He ruined the country in 6 months? Really? Come on, that's why I'm talking about we got to be intelligent. We got to have an intelligent conversation. It just don't, because we could be mad and we could do this stupid arguing in the chat, but I got to bring reality and common sense and logic to the conversation. Do you realize Trump has only been in the White House for 6 months? What do you say to Trump being in the White House for 6 months? Can he still be blamed for all of these things? The Ukraine did not happen in the last 6 months. He's already making a deal with the Ukraine. The Israel conflict didn't happen in the last 6 months. He's already had Netanyahu at the White House 3 times. What more would you have him do in the 6 months? Because you said he was doing too many executives. What more would you have him do? It's only been 6 months. He has all these existential global geopolitical problems to deal with, and everybody today is crying. I heard somebody crying. I heard somebody, Epstein, our children, our babies. 2002. You're crying on the phone. I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this. 2002, punk. You on the phone crying, talking about you don't want to vote for Trump. Where was you for 20 years? Jeffrey Epstein, 20 years ago, 2002 and 2005. But today in 2025, when we got existential problems, you want to cry about something that happened 20 years ago, and that's fake outrage. You know what that's called? That's called fake outrage. One of the victims already passed away. That's how old this case is. 2002. Your tears was needed 20 years ago. I don't need your tears today. I don't want your tears. I don't want your tears, and I don't want your hate. I don't want your tears and I don't want your hate. You could have been crying in 2005, bro. Why weren't you crying in 2005? Please explain that to me. Why weren't you crying in 2005? I don't understand. Y'all don't want to help me out? Jeffrey Epstein was convicted in 2008. He was convicted in 2008. Nobody was crying. We didn't even know who his name was. He was convicted. Oh, Trump is a bad guy. Oh, Trump is a bad guy. Oh, I don't know. I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this. He was fucking convicted in 2008. What didn't you vote for, people? Tell me right now. What didn't you vote for, people? He was convicted. Okay, let's read it. You want to read the facts? Just the facts, man. LOL, only things he's done is run his mouth for 6 months. So how can he be to blame for all of these things going on? There's a lot going on in the globe, John. There's a lot going on. Don't we have a conflict, John? Didn't he just drop one of the biggest bombs outside of a nuclear bomb on Iran? That hasn't happened while I've been alive, John. That's a big deal, John. He just dropped the biggest bomb outside of a nuclear bomb on Iran, John. There's a lot of big things going on in 6 months, John. In 6 months, we almost got that close to World War III. Have you been paying attention, John? Have you been paying attention? Trump got shot in the ear. He got shot in the ear. Somebody died that day, John. We not playing. See, the Democrats are so evil. I don't think the Democrats even love America. Do you know someone died that day, John? Can we have a talk? I want to have an honest talk about what's going on in the world. Do you know somebody died that day? Our president got shot in the ear, and somebody died that day because your President Biden, the Democrats, had tips. There was a tip agency protecting the Donald. There was a tip agency, and somebody actually died. And our president got shot in the ear. So in the first 6 months, I'm very proud of the work and his productivity from a 70-year-old man when we just had Sleepy Joe. 6 months, he's done all this, and what you want to go back to? You want to go back to Sleepy? You want to go back to... People don't be honest with the reality of what we just had on the stage. You saw that guy fall asleep. So what do you want, man? Come on, man, pick your poison, bro. You want that guy falling asleep? And no one knew who was really running the country. To this day, we don't know. What we do know, John, you know what we do know? That Sleepy Joe wasn't running the show. I'm going to tell you right now, 5.0. What we do know is Sleepy Joe was not running the show, baby. That's what we do know. That's what I can tell you for a fact. I don't know who was behind the magic curtain, but what we do know is that Sleepy Joe was not running the show, bro. Double tap, hit the like. It's not enough likes. We got to get this message out. Woo, woo, push, perfect. He put me in the mix. Perfect. Come on, man. We need more likes, man. We got Big Daddy Beer Gaming, Mrs. Perfect Timing, Wolverine, Transparency. Who else? JW. This guy sounds like Samuel Jackson. Close your eyes. Let's go, baby. JW, shout out to you, man. Big Daddy Beer Gaming in the building, man. Come on, I'm going to read you some information. Then we're going to read the tweet, man. Tammy Starr, stay off the cocaine. I like Sally K. I like Sally K. Who is that, man? Manneberg, Pitt, Joe Pop. Thank you, bro. Which one they want? They want Sleepy Joe or they want Donald on the show? 6 months, he did more than Joe Biden did in 4 years. Who was running the president? I don't know. You don't know. All we know is Joe was asleep. Was it Jill? You don't know who it was. You don't know who it was, do you? I don't know, but we know it wasn't Joe. Yeah, here. Let me read. Let me educate you. Let me educate because it's a big narrative. The narrative is powerful this morning. You got to ask yourself, why do they want you to hate Trump? You know what? Because they make so much money when you got an evil white man. Ain't it easy to blame everything on the evil white man? The white man is my food stamps. The white man took my paycheck. The white man did my taxes wrong. It's an evil white man, evil white man, evil white man. That's all we talk about, evil white man. And evil white man can help you save your day. Oh, honey, I was late coming home last night. You know what? It was Trump. It was Trump and them damn terrorists, honey. But you smell like Susan. Oh, you know Trump. You came home late, Trump did it. You smell like Susan, Trump did it. You know, that's what we living in right now. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine said, I ain't going to like what you got to say. There's too much truth in what you're saying. And you and I should get together and do a podcast. I got numbers. Let's do this. Reach out to me, Wolverine. I'd love to do a podcast. They want me to do some collabs, so tap in. Perfect Timing Podcast on Instagram. Let me read something because then we're going to read Trump's tweet so you can frame my message this morning, because I said in my part 1 that the Jeffrey Epstein list is a nothing burger. So let's read this. And all the people crying, why weren't you crying in 2002, 2005, and when Jeffrey Epstein was convicted the first time in 2008? Where were your tears? When Hillary Clinton was running for president, where were all of you saying, no, Hillary Clinton can't be president because they gave a deal to this guy? Why weren't you crying and saying Hillary Clinton can't be president because they gave a deal to this guy? Where were all of your outrage? Where was your fake misplaced outrage then? I want to know, why are you saving it till now? You saving your outrage for the first 6 months of my president's kiss my black bottom. Thank you very much. Now, let me read this. Let me read something to you. Jeffrey Epstein was convicted in 2008. For everybody crying, he was convicted in 2008 of the same shit. Just like R. Kelly. Just like R. Kelly was convicted twice of the same shit. Let's listen. Jeffrey Epstein was convicted 2008 of the same thing. While photos exist of Donald Trump together before that, he was never around him after that. He also stated that for a time frame that he collaborated, but that he had barred Epstein from his clubs and that he had barred him from Mar-a-Lago. So he was first arrested in 2008. He was convicted in 2008. He was then charged again, surprisingly, by the Southern District of New York in 2019. So where was everybody's... Listen. He got a controversial plea deal in 2008 in Florida where he pled guilty to a state felony and he avoided federal charges. He served a relatively short sentence and he registered as a SA. This is the truth of the matter. In 2008, he got a sweetheart deal. Where was your outrage? That's to this morning. So let's read the tweet. Because what Trump is saying that is misplaced outrage, and there's a reason why he implemented the Clintons and the Obamas, because all of this happened during the Democratic regime, 2008, 2002, 2005. Let's listen to the tweet. This is what Trump said today. What's going on with my boys? And in some cases, gals, they're going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job on Team MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have shout out to Perfect Timing Podcast. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies. Jeffrey Epstein for years. It's Epstein over and over again. We got Israel, we got Ukraine, we got Iran, we got $1 trillion big beautiful bill, but people are crying. I heard tears. Somebody was Trump, I didn't vote for this, Trump, why are you doing this? People are crying over this. Listen what he said. He said, we are giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration. Do you understand the complexity of what he is saying? He's saying the people who had this guy in the beginning, who prosecuted him in 2008, who created this narrative, are the same people who created the Russia narrative. This is the same court, the Southern District of New York. There are too many similarities. There are too many boxes being ticked off that the people who want you to hate Trump won't tell you about. So wait a minute. The same people who created the Jeffrey Epstein narrative that everybody is crying about is the same people who lied to us about the Hunter Biden laptop, the same people who lied to us about the Russia. Come on, it's the same FBI. This is why he got fired. This is why Comey and Brennan, they all got in trouble. This is a narrative they cooked up to keep the Democrats in. I told you the Democrats like to keep you scared. They want to keep you scared, and then they bring out the boogeyman. This Epstein case is a boogeyman that's been around for 20 years that is part of political theater and political chess. Is everybody listening? Tap. Is this thing on? Hello, America. My name is Perfect. This is the Perfect Summer Podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Is everybody listening? I said this case is political theater and it's called chess. 4D chess. And whenever they want to distract you, think about what they've done with this news cycle. I said people are in tears because they love kids. I love kids. I'm a father. Look at my page. You're going to see my daughter. I just bought her. Hold on. Look, I just bought my daughter. Hold on. If you look on my page, I'm a dad. I love kids. Look, I just bought my daughter. She was asking for these. You know how hard it is? She was asking for these. So I got these. I got these for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So they want to pull on your heartstrings. They want to distract you. They want to distract you from the truth. Because they did the same thing with R. Kelly. They did the same thing with Diddy. And it's the same court. It's the Southern District of New York. You know what I like to point you to? I want to point you to Candace Owens. You know, Candace Owens and the Bondi lawsuit has been solicited to court because Candace Owens has exposed how they create this narrative in all these stories, how they create these narratives, right? They create these narratives. They put fake stories. They do fake dossiers. They do fake headlines, and then they create a narrative, and next thing you know, you got somebody crying on a conservative podcast saying, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this. I thought Trump, I don't want Trump. I didn't vote for this. I don't want Trump anymore. Mommy, I don't want. Are you an adult? You don't even sound like an adult. You can't go back on your vote. Can you just do a little bit of thought? Do a little bit of thinking before you get on a goddamn conservative podcast and start crying to your mommy like a baby. You don't even know what's going on with the Southern District of New York when he first got arrested, how long this has been a story looming, and why they drop it like a damn bomb on the Trump presidency, and it's only been 6 months. You know, Pam Bondi, you're gorgeous. But I mean, Pam Bondi, you're going to have to get put in the corner with baby. I'm going to tell you that right now. Pam Bondi got to go in the corner with Pete Hegseth. Pam Bondi in the group text, who is this? Brett Dunham said, John 174, the Epstein case, Donald Trump is nothing else matters. 900 plus American women need our help for justice. See, they want to pull on your heartstrings and talk about women. Kids. But what about the big, beautiful bill? JC said, here's hoping Trump is forced to open his mind, Kennedy style. See, the Democrats are violent, and the Democrats don't want you to think. Right now in America, Trump has been president 6 months. How can they be so angry? Trump got shot in the ear. Do you guys know somebody died that day? How are the Democrats so angry at Trump? Can you tell me, what is your quality of your life? What type of guy are you that you want to blame someone else for your problems after only 6 months? 6 months? Everything is his fault? It's been 6 months, bro. It's been 6 months, bro. And you want to blame Trump for everything after 6 months? Can you explain to me how Ukraine is Trump's fault? It happened under Biden. Can you explain to me how the Ukraine conflict is Trump's fault? Can you explain to me how the Israel conflict is Trump's fault? He's only been president for 6 months. Imagine the pressure he has because he knows everybody expects him to fix everything right away. People right now are crying saying, I'm sorry I voted for Trump. It's only been, you ain't giving him no time. How can you be crying? How do you want to quit? He just started. What's wrong with you guys? This is telling a lot. It's showing a lot about your character. Double tap and hit the like, man. Don't come in here and don't leave and then don't hit the like and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to your guy, man. Wishy-washy. Raphael said, thank you. Raphael said wishy-washy. Well, thank you, Raphael. You're paying attention. Wait a minute. Make it all gaming. Imagine thinking Trump is a good option. Clown. Okay. Okay, thank you for saying that. He must want Sleepy Joe. Okay. Well, who was running the presidency when Sleepy Joe was president? Who was making the call because the Ukraine got out of control under Sleepy Joe? And we don't even know who was running the country under Sleepy Joe. But we do know about the Azov Battalion. Do you know about the Azov Battalion? Because I educated my audience. See, in 2014, there was a coup in the Ukraine, and there was a Nazi gang that got enveloped into the Ukrainian army, and that army was called the Azov Battalion, but they're Nazis. And they're Nazis in the Ukraine. Did you know about that? Did you know about the people that American soldiers were under Biden? Biden sent people to train the Azov Battalion. Did you know that we armed the Azov Battalion under Biden? Do you know who made the decision to do that? Do you know anything about this geopolitical issue that we're talking about? And I remind you, as we discuss the Azov Battalion and the Nazis in the Ukraine, can we also be honest about the fact that Trump has only been president for 6 months and that everything I'm discussing with you happened under the previous administration? Trump has only been president for 6 months. He didn't have anything to do with the proliferation of the Azov Battalion and the Nazis in the Ukraine. He has to fix the problem that Biden let happen, Sleepy Joe. Can you come back? Come on. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Tell me. Come on. Tell me. Huh? Answer the question. Talk to me, baby. I want to know. Do you know everything? Because you're in my chat talking and yakking and yak. Don't talk back. Come on now. Who was in control? It's the same thing with Epstein. It's a nothing burger. Who was in control when it got proliferated? Who the one that put this shit in Ukraine and pissed off Putin after we promised him that we wouldn't do the NATO proliferation? That happened under... Who did that? Who did that? And then once he did that, who sent guns and weapons to proliferate it? The Azov Nazi Battalion. Did you know about the Azov? Let me share one more thing before I read Trump's tweet. Did you know the leader of the Azov Battalion, the leader of the Nazis, he became a politician. The leader of the Nazis, Azov Battalion in the Ukraine, in the effort to quiet them down, gave the leader political power. They made a gang legitimate army. Your administration, they made a gang a legitimate army. It's just like Taliban. It's just like Hamas. Just like the people who funded Hamas, just like we gave money to the Taliban. I hope this is not sounding too weird to you because we do it all the time. We gave money to the Taliban. Did you know that? We gave money. We supplied. We gave money. We trained bin Laden. Did you know we trained and gave money? We give monies. We give money. Monies. We give money. Monies. We give monies and training and weapons and missiles and pew and pew and pew. Did you know? Did you know? I don't think you knew that, did you? We give monies. We give training. Oh, wait a minute. It's a 9/11. What happened? Don't tell anybody that we trained them. Don't tell anybody that we trained. Oh, there's an attack. Hamas. Don't tell anybody that we funded them. Don't tell any, oh, there's an attack, the Azov battalion. Don't tell anybody that we funded them. Hello, hello? Do you know about geopolitics? Do you know how this shit has been working for the past 50 years? Hello? Or you just think the Taliban just exists? You just think that Hamas just exists? I think that's what you think. Or you think it's all Trump's fault in 6 months, even though Trump wasn't president when Hamas was created, the Taliban was created, when all this shit, the Azov battalion was taking over the Ukraine with Nazis, even though Trump wasn't in power. It's his fault. We talking about complex geopolitical things that are taking place, but they want you to cry about a list that doesn't exist, about a guy who did a horrible thing 20 years ago. He's already dead. His accomplice is in jail. We not worrying about what we're talking. I'm trying to get you guys refocused on our world today. This is our world today. Our world today is Hamas, Taliban, Iran, the Shah, Israel. This is our world today. Our world today is not Epstein files. Our world today is not Epstein files. Do we have an issue in America with so-called SA? If you look at the numbers in the movie Sound of Freedom, people say yes. And I believe that Trump's FBI and the DOJ is doing that. When they raid sweatshops, you know who works at sweatshops? Can we have a real conversation? Can we be honest? You know who works at sweatshops? Latin Soldier has any one of those situations that aren't his fault got any better or worse. This is Taco America. This is the thing I've been saying, Latin Soldier. It's irresponsible of you to expect him to solve these existential problems in 6 months. There's a reason why the term is 4 years. And the answer is yes. Things have gotten better across the board. Biden never had Zelensky in the White House checking him. President Trump has done so much, and you expect such a high bar from him, you forget what has actually happened. Biden never had Zelensky in the White House and spoke to him the way he did in front of the world and in front of the American people. Can you give me that? Latin Soldier, I'm answering your question. That's in 6 months this happened. Bibi Netanyahu has been at the White House 3 times. People want you to hate Trump, but he's discussing peace. I don't remember Biden having Bibi at the White House several times to discuss peace and stop the conflict. I'm telling you that they make money off of you being mad. They make money off of your tears. They make money off of making you cry over the conflict, but they don't tell you that Bibi has been at the White House 3 times in the first 6 months. That tells you a lot about what the president wants to do. He's showing by his actions. So I'm answering your question, how things have gotten better across the board. The answer is yes. And thank you for that question, because it gives me time to actually reorganize the audience and remind them of what's actually taken place in the last 6 months. So he checked Zelensky. And with that, calmed down the conflict in the Ukraine. You don't even hear about it anymore. He's had Bibi at the White House 3 times. A lot of people were upset with him dropping the bombs on Iran. But if you would have listened to my podcast, what I said was, have you ever had to be the bad guy? This is a real question, Latin Soldier, because your name, you say soldier. As a warrior, as a general, sometimes you have to make the hard decisions. right? People don't understand what it's really like to be a soldier. Do you hear me? People don't really know what it's like to be in the field, because in the field, you got to make the hard decision, and everybody may not. Remember in the Bible, Moses? Remember Moses killed somebody that was abusing his people, but his people was mad at him. They didn't even respect Moses. It's hard being a soldier. It's hard being a leader. It's hard being the bad guy, but someone has to be the bad guy. Someone has to be the daddy. Someone has to make the hard decision. And when Trump dropped those bombs on Iran, it reminded you, Latin soldier, it reminded Americans, it reminded Mexicans, it reminded China, it reminded Russia, it reminded the whole globe who America is. America is the big daddy. America is the bad guy. Don't make me be the bad guy and remind you that I'm the big daddy. We don't make TVs anymore. We don't make transistor radios anymore. We make bombs. We make war. We sell bombs. We proliferate bombs. The military industrial complex. America is the police of the world. Have you not been paying attention to anything Trump has said, or backing out of NATO, or saying to NATO that if you don't pay money that we won't be part of NATO anymore? We are the police of the world. Why was everybody worried about Iran and the Straits of Hormuz? It was because of trade and commerce. Why was everybody worried about the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal? Because of trade and commerce. You know what I said? Why is it okay for everybody now? Why aren't you scared now? It's because America is the police of the world, but everybody talks this bullshit about China and Russia, and you better be scared of China, and you better be. What Trump did when he dropped those bombs on Iran is remind everybody with that bullshit who is running the world. And then you start seeing TikToks and you start seeing shorts of, oh, America has 200,000 bombs compared to China's 6,000 bombs. America has 100,000 planes compared to China's 2,000 planes. There is no comparison. There is no comparison. There is no comparison. America, America, America. But y'all forgot. Y'all must have forgot what America does, who America is, and that's what Trump did. So yes, across the board, things have gotten better, and it's only been 6 months, baby. Can I get an amen in the chat? Woo! Can I get a like, a thumbs up? I need a super chat. Like, thumbs up, share, super chat, subscribe. Make sure you tap in. Things have gotten better existentially across the board. And Biden was asleep for 4 years. Now, I said what he did in 6 months. You tell me what Biden did in 4 years. Besides get us into multiple conflicts. Besides get us into Ukraine. Besides get us into Israel. Besides inflation. Besides high gas. What else did he do? Besides fall asleep on stage a number of times. What did he do? Since we having a discussion, let me read this tweet. Because what I'm talking about today is that this so-called list, this is part 2. It's a nothing burger. Open the borders. Thank you. 20 million people taking your jobs. Putting tampons in your son's bathroom. They tried to make that guy vice president. Do y'all want to take a tangent? Y'all want to take a mic? It ain't even worth it. A waltz, tangent. Who the hell? What the helly? What the Helly Burton? What the Holly Berry? Who said Mike? It's almost like it couldn't get worse. That's why Trump got 80-90%. Because I know I was at home. Were you at home? Like, it can't get worse. It can't get worse. Who was that? Thank you. Thank you to Essence Earth Love, Trump 2028. When we were at home, I know we were like, it can't get worse. You got Kamala Harris. You skip the DNC. People at home, this was an opportunity for you to teach your kids about how politics run in the country. You claim to know about the Electoral College, but this was your time to teach. So everybody mad in the chat, this was your time to teach your kids how the Democratic process is supposed to work, what the Democratic Convention and the Republican Convention is actually for, and what the Democrats actually did by actually circumventing that process. This was your time to cry. You should have been crying then, not today. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for this Trump. I didn't vote for this. But when they took your rights, when they stole a process, when people died and fought for it, when they said we're not going to convention for someone who never won a primary, we're not going to convention, because they thought the zillennials and millennials, they don't understand what the convention is for. They told the zillennials and millennials, it's no big deal. You don't want a convention, you want a black woman. You don't need a convention. You don't need democracy. You don't need democracy. You don't need democracy. We're going to give you a black woman. She Indian, and she close enough. Did she fall off a coconut tree? She close. Barack Obama, African and white. Close enough. We're going to give you a black, close enough. Huh? We're going to take away democracy. We're going to take away the democratic process. Remember, what's her name? Donna Brazile. Do you guys remember Donna Brazile? Do y'all want to go down the Donna Brazile? We're not going to go down the Donna Brazile train. I just wanted to remind you about all the people crying about when you really lost something important, when you really lost a democracy, when you really lost a democratic process, when they told you no convention. Did you go tell your kids what the convention is actually for and the delegates? Did you explain to your children then? I don't think you did. And then when you thought it couldn't get worse, they gave us Kamala. They took away the democratic process. It can't get worse, right? It can't get worse. Here we go. Mike freaking Walsh. Are you kidding me, bro? You guys wanted to lose. You wanted to lose, bro. Bro, you wanted to lose, bro. You wanted to lose. You wanted to lose. I'm not even being mean. This is not mean, girl. You wanted to lose. I mean, Waltz, really? I mean, that's all I could say is really, really, really? I mean, God, this is why it's only been 6 months he's been president. Do you notice no one is mad? No one is mad at you for not voting for fucking Kamala Walsh. No one is mad at you. Do you see any bumper stickers? Do you see any Kamala? Everybody's mad at Trump for saying, would you rather have that? Can we be honest? I love you. I love Americans. I'm America first. I forgive you. All the dummies in the chat, I forgive you. Hit the super chat. Hit the like. I need 100 likes. We need 100 likes. There's 80 people watching. We need 100 likes. It's not enough likes. I love you. I respect you. You are mwah, mwah. Would you rather have Kamala? Now think about, before you answer, would you rather have Kamala and the guy with the tampons on the wall? You got to think about that. We got Iran, we got Israel, and we got Ukraine and Russia. We got BRICS. Would you want her as your president and him as your vice president? And I'm not being mean. I want to know from the Democrats in the chat. Just think, you might love their policies. You might I'm from San Francisco Bay Area. I'm all for LGBTQ rights. Believe it or not, you probably don't believe it. You probably never heard of a log cabin Republicans, but there are a lot of LGBTQ people who are Republican, conservative. A matter of fact, the person who supported J.D. Vance is a conservative gay man. So I don't know what you think about this country, but this country, just be honest. Would you rather have Kamala dealing with Israel? Would you imagine the conflict with Iran? Would you have Kamala in control of that? Would you? I'm asking, tell me, Trump is the bad guy. Trump is evil, right? They want you to cry. Jeffrey Epstein, the little kids, the horror. Ah! So that means you wanted Kamala having this summit. That means you were cool with Kamala actually getting what we want, a special prosecutor for the Epstein case. Where is the MAGA support for full investigation? Where was it in 2008? Barry, where was it in 2008? Jeffrey Epstein was convicted in 2000. Let me read it again. Barry, what was it in 2008? It says a controversial 2008 plea deal in Florida where he pled guilty to only state charges. Diddy still hasn't got bail because they want to give him federal time for a state charge. Not your boy. Your boy got reduced down to state charges, and it says he avoided federal charges. Diddy got convicted of federal charges, but it's a state crime. But your boy, he avoided. Well, you should ask, who was the DA? Who was the Pam Bondi during 2008? You want me to ask? I'm going to ask Google right now. Since everybody is being educated and smart today, who was the AG? Who was the AG in 2008? Michael McKee. Oh shit. Okay, and then Obama was in office 2009 to 2015, and he had Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch, a black man and a black woman. And this guy, Michael McCasey, this is the guy who gave the deal. In 2008, who was President Bush? Michael, look at this picture. Look at this picture. If you look at this picture, then you know why Jeffrey Epstein got off. Jeffrey Epstein was never going to jail, y'all. Look. This is the attorney general. Jeffrey Epstein was never going to jail. That's his uncle. That's that man uncle. That's his uncle. Oh, shit. So, where's your outrage? Where's your outrage, bro? That was the AG. They let him skirt. This is what I've been saying all day. Let me finish reading the tweet. Let's finish reading the tweet so you can understand what Trump is saying. We are giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the loser criminals of the Biden administration. This all stems from 2009. The Southern District of New York, that's the same liberal Democratic court that was put together by Obama and those individuals that he just stated. That's their powerhouse. I need 100 likes, double tap. Okay, so let's finish the tweet. The Biden administration, who conned the world with Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more. This is what they're responsible for. Crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, they lied about the Russia hoax. They lied about 51 intelligence agents. They lied about the laptop. They created the Epstein files just like they created fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. They did the same thing with Diddy. They created a fake narrative on Diddy. Thank God for that savvy New York jury that saw Justin Baldoni, Candace Owens is going to testify. Fake narrative. They put the story in the Variety, front page of the Variety. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. They created a fake narrative. They wrote a lie. They got it printed in the front page. Justin Baldoni and Johnny Depp should do a commercial because Justin Baldoni and Johnny Depp is a victim of the same process. This same fake narrative. They wanted to take Pirates of the Caribbean from Johnny Depp. They wanted to take that movie from Justin Baldoni. So they did the same thing they did to Johnny Depp. They did the same thing to Trump with Stormy Daniels. They created a fake narrative. We don't know what happened with Trump and Stormy Daniels to this day. I said it first. You know, the internet listens to you. I said honeypot. I said a honeypot scandal. This was a honeypot. Stormy Daniels was a honeypot scandal. The Southern District of New York. You guys got to pay attention to all the similarities, bro. All the similarities to the Southern District of New York. No Bars said a fix would be simple facial recognition on the poor souls that have gotten to scan the web with AI to report. I like that. They didn't. Some marches, but yeah, the stupid learn from the mistakes must be in the air. They kill each other, but don't stand for anything real, man. What else you got to say? That was Terrell and No Bars. Alexander, who got you money? Hit the super chat and hit the like. We need 100 likes. Thank you for the super chat. We need 100 likes. Y'all can tap and see who hit the super chat. You can hit the super chat, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Top of the mid-morning podcast. My name is Perfect Timing Podcast. Let's finish reading this tweet. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier. Remember I was going to go down to Donna Brazil? Remember I said the Donna Brazil, I explained to you how they took your Democratic process when they said no DNC, no convention. It's the same Democrats. The same Democrats that said, we're going to give you Kamala Harris. She never won a primary. We're not going to go to convention. These are the same people that created the dossier because they thought that it would help Hillary Clinton win. Well, at the same time, they had somebody named Donna Brazil, a black woman, help Hillary Clinton cheat. You don't even hear about it. A gay black woman helped Hillary Clinton cheat and gave her the answers on the debate. Y'all don't even know about the Democrats. Y'all don't know about these politics. When Trump, I think, because somebody read this tweet and said Trump was crazy. Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. All you got to do is go back to Donna Brazil. All you got to do is go back to what other narrative did I just say that they created? All you got to do is go back to Johnny Depp, Justin Baldoni. These narratives, they write up a fake. Remember with Amber Heard, if you go to my channel, with Amber Heard, they wrote up a whole fake story about the abuse with Johnny Depp. They did it in Europe. They did it in America. Johnny Depp tried to sue him in Europe. He lost in Europe, right? Because it was a lie. Then they came to America. They wrote a lie, got it printed in the front page. And then when they got in court, Amber Heard under oath said, I didn't write it. Everybody was like, whoa, you didn't write it? I didn't write it. You didn't write it? They made me sign and say I wrote it. And I asked them to take Johnny Depp's name out of it. Wait a minute. So the article that the whole world read that said Johnny Depp is an abuser is a fake article? Yes. Amber Heard under trial said, I never wrote it. She never wrote it. She never wrote, it was a narrative. I'm trying to tell you, when they say they created the Epstein files, when they say they created these narratives, you got to understand Justin Baldoni, how they wrote a fake article and got it printed in the paper. She said, I never wrote it. They made me sign it to give me Aquaman and Aquaman Part 2. If I said Johnny Depp hit me, if I say Johnny Depp hit me, they would give me Aquaman and Aquaman 2. And I said, yes. And when under oath, they said, why did you write this article? They said we had legislation on the Congressroom floor that we wanted to get passed. What kind of legislation? I need 100 likes. Hit the like button, like, tap, share, subscribe. What legislation? Why did they lie? Why are they lying and creating fake narratives to get laws passed for power? For power. Can you understand how your political system is working in America? They said in the Johnny Depp, I'm not bringing this up because I love Johnny Depp. I love America and I know politics. If you claim to know politics, then you cannot look at the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial in the same way. This ain't about, it's about the legislation that fake article that they wrote got passed. It was the Me Too legislation. It was the expansion of the statute of limitations. When I say Me Too laws, do you know there are people on the channel who think I'm just being like chauvinistic? They don't understand that there are something actually called Me Too laws. Do you know Governor Cuomo was kicked out the governor office for a similar narrative? We are talking about the same honeypot narrative. They're using it over and over, Democrats for power. They took New York. Cuomo signed the Me Too legislation that expanded the statute of limitations 20 years that got Diddy charged with a... Did you guys know that? Maybe, is that too soon? Because Diddy hasn't got bail yet. Am I too soon? Because he's running for mayor right now. Should I be quiet? Should I be quiet? Should I not tell you what happened? Should I not tell you what happened with Diddy? Huh? Should I not tell you about Governor Cuomo when he signed the Me Too legislation with all those women behind him? Then the women turned their back on him when he expanded the statute of limitations for 20 years. How can I get a fair trial over 20 years? See, when they said believe all women, they wanted law. They created law and policy behind believe all women. Because everybody at home believe all women. You can't believe all women. That doesn't make sense. Well, what does it mean when you have a 20-year statute of limitation? It means believe all women, because after 20 years, all you have left is the word of the woman. That's what it means. It means because all the physical evidence, all the non-existential evidence, all the evidence, everything is gone after 20 years, which is why we have a statute of limitations. We don't have a statute of limitations to be mean to women. Think about the illogical concept. We don't have a statute of limitations because we hate women. We have a statute of limitations so we have a fair and judicious system. And after so many years, there's no evidence. No, Me Too said, believe all women. Go back 20 years. Go back. So then what we have the Diddy trial. We have a 13-year-old, but she's 35 years old, and she's testifying about Diddy and Jay-Z and J-Lo and Beyonce all in the room with baby oil. But then it turns out to be a lie. No shit, it's a lie. No shit, it's a lie. No shit, Sherlock, it's a lie. What do you mean? No shit, Sherlock, it's a lie. But how do we get that? Because Cuomo signed Me Too legislation expanding the statute of limitations, and even when there's no evidence, all we got is the word of a 35-year-old woman who at the time of the event was 13. Hey, fuck it, let's go to RICO. Let's go to RICO. Let's go to RICO. That's why they look like idiots. Really? Let's go to RICO? Really? You didn't know what happened. And so after he signs the legislation, they come to him, tap him on the shoulder and say, you got to go. You got to leave the governor's office. Cuomo said, what do you mean I got to leave the governor's office? You have to leave the governor's office, and we're going to make a woman governor. You're going to make a woman? How? You're going to have an election? The lieutenant governor is going to take your place, and she's going to be governor. How? Where's the democratic process for this? This is mafioso. This is not politics. This is not America. This is not democracy. Where are your tears? Everybody crying. Where are your tears? New York is no democracy in New York. I didn't vote for this, New York. Where's the democracy, New York? New York. But no, they wanted a female governor in New York. The Democrats, they got you bamboozled. You wanted a Democratic female governor in New York, so you gave away your rights. You gave away the democratic process, and you want me to believe that you're mad at Trump? That's why I'm saying kiss my black bottom. I need 100 likes. It's not enough likes. That's why I said kiss my black bottom. I don't believe in your fake outrage. When they took the governor's house from Cuomo, you didn't say anything about the democratic process. They didn't have to vote for that woman to be governor. They just shoot her in. That's why they did it to Kamala. I said this 1,000 times. Why do you think they tried to install Kamala? Because they did it in New York. 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 They just put her in. And Cuomo just stepped down like a king. Cuomo just stepped down. He signed the. If you were going to kick Cuomo out, why not have the woman sign the Me Too legislation? Is anybody really listening to what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are paying attention. If you were going to kick Cuomo out, why not have the new female governor sign the Me Too legislation? They let a man sign the Me Too legislation, charge him with. He doesn't go get arrested like Diddy. Cuomo just gets to leave office. He signs a piece of, listen to this sweetheart deal. We can go back to Epstein because Cuomo, he got a sweetheart deal too. Cuomo, they said, sign this paper, leave office, and we won't charge you. Are you guys listening? The same court that charged Trump, that charged Diddy, that charged Epstein, said to the governor of New York, if you leave and let this woman become governor and don't say nothing negative, because he never did an interview. Remember, he never did an interview saying, what the fuck happened? That's not politics. That's not legal or prudent or democracy. The Democrats do this to a Democrat. He never said nothing. He was quiet. Silence is golden. They said, sign this paper and you leave. We won't prosecute you. And this woman becomes governor. But today, when Trump is telling you about how the Democrats do the things they do, everybody is acting like they're acting weird. Trump, why is Trump the weirdo? I'm explaining to you how the Democrats get down. Why don't you understand when Trump explains to you? You know they lied about the laptop. You know they lied to win the election. They lied about Hunter Biden laptop, gave you Sleepy Joe. What you should be asking is, who is doing all this lying? Who is doing all of these manipulating? Okay, who is saying that Cuomo has to go, the woman has to be governor? Who is saying that Kamala has to be president? Who is doing all this manipulating? That's who you should be concerned about, because I would love to know this. I would love to know who gave the okay to lie about the Hunter Biden laptop. Wouldn't you? Who gave, because it got him the election. Because if they would have been honest about the Hunter Biden laptop, Biden wouldn't have won. So he wasn't president yet. Remember, Biden wasn't even winning in the polls. Who gave Biden the at the end? Biden came in. Remember, Kamala was running against Biden. Biden came in at the end. Who was controlling everything? Shouldn't you want to know that? Shouldn't you want to know who's controlling the narrative today, this morning, in July? Shouldn't you want to know who's controlling the narrative? This is my question to you. Shouldn't you want to know who's controlling the narrative? Donna Brazile helped Hillary Clinton cheat in a debate, bro. In a presidential debate. Cuomo had to step down like high school. Where's the democracy in that? He's running for mayor. He's running for mayor. Hello? He's running for mayor? He was the governor of New York. If he was so bad, think about what I'm talking about logic this morning. I want people to think, if he was so bad as the governor and he did all these touchy-feely things as the governor, why would you, hello? What the hell? He running for mayor? I thought he was a touchy-feely. I thought he had to step down from governor. Why would you want him to run for mayor of New York? Hello? I'm not making this up. These are our reality. Me and you live here. Me and you live in America. This is our world. We live in this. It sounds crazy. It really does sound crazy. I believe it does sound crazy. Who does that? Who goes from governor, steps down for touchy-feely, and then runs from? It sounds ludicrous. It sounds ludicrous, right? But I need you to understand who was creating these narratives and who was spinning the ball. Okay, listen. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier they used on me. You understand the complexity of that? And now my so-called friends, my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. I agree. Everybody who's supposed to support Trump are playing right in. Who didn't these radical left lunatics release? Why? Okay, why didn't these radical, and I guess there's more, but that's all I got. So that's a good question. Trump said, why, if you had the Cuomo If you had the dossier, think about, you had the dossier, you had the laptop, and Jeffrey Epstein, you had the Jeffrey Epstein list in the files. I'm speaking to the Democrats, just like Trump in the tweet. Why didn't Hillary Clinton, why didn't the Democrats release the list? Why didn't the Democrats put him in jail? Why did they give him a sweetheart deal? Why didn't they release the list? And if you care about the list, why didn't they release the list? As a supporter of America, why is it relevant today? After I gave you the timeline, after I gave you the real score of what's going on in the world today, why are people crying? Why weren't they crying in 2008 when he got off? In 2009, Obama's presidency, they let him off. They let him off. He got a plea deal. He got a plea deal. He avoided federal charges. He served a relatively short jail sentence and had to register as an SA as part of the agreement. That's it. So he had the dirt back then. From 2008, you've known about this guy. Why 6 months into the presidency of Donald Trump are you trying to explode the presidency with a 20-year-old story? My message today is I am in line with Trump's tweet. Can you explain to me the relevancy of the Epstein files and case 20 years after a conviction? Can you explain to me when we have Iran, Israel, Russia, BRICS, Hamas, Taliban, inflation, $1 trillion debt, big beautiful bill? Why are you crying about something that existed? This existed. He was charged and convicted. In 2008, he got a plea deal in Florida. Epstein pled guilty to felony charges of solicitation and solicitation from I'm not even going to say it. He pled guilty to solicitation and solicitation of a, must it be a, y'all know Kendrick Lamar? What's the word? Trying to hit a note, and it's probably a, he pled guilty. Trying to hit a note, and it's probably a, he pled guilty. Epstein pled guilty. He should have been disqualified from living at that point. He pled guilty, bro. He pled guilty to solicitation from an A, and he didn't do no time. He's an evil, dirty bastard from 2008, and they let him go. He's the type of person that solicit. Hey, little girl. This is what they tried to blame R. Kelly of, but they didn't have R. Kelly, but they had him on it, and they let him go. R. Kelly in jail 30 years. Here he is. He pled guilty, and he got to go free, and he got to hurt more people. Why aren't you mad about the truth? Why are you mad in 2025? Why are you mad in 2025? This is the reality. These are the facts, just the facts. In the and YouTube, you know, on the YouTube, you cannot be a BSer because you get ate up in the chat. You cannot BS on YouTube. You got to give just the facts. You got to give the facts on YouTube. The 2019 arrest came from more than a decade after a controversial 2008 plea deal in Florida where Epstein pled guilty to state felony charges of solicitation and solicitation of and avoided federal charges. He served relatively short jail sentence and registered as as part of the agreement. Where is the outrage? Where is the outrage? Where was the outrage? That's why I say it's a fake outrage today. you have to look at what are they not getting from the Trump presidency, and what's really motivating those individuals who are creating the tension where Trump has to do this tweet. What's motivating you where Trump has to do this tweet where he says, what's going on with my boys, in some cases, my gals? What's motivating individuals to get on the podcast this morning and start crying and start saying, I didn't, last week it was Dave Smith, the hack comedian. Remember, last week it was Dave Smith, the hack comedian, crying on conservative media. I didn't vote for this, Trump. I didn't vote for that. I'm a libertarian now. You little baby. You little baby. They all you conservative little baby, little cucks over there with your little comedian, little podcast, and your little fake, not funny joke specials. Oh, Trump, you let me down, Trump. You let me down, Trump. How Trump let you down? How Trump let you down, Dave Smith? So last week, it was Iran. Right? And you had a bunch of conservative comedians crying, saying, I hate Trump. This week, it's a nothing burger. Another nothing burger. Part deux. If you my age, you remember that movie with, what's the guy named, God, dog, man, it wasn't Charlie Sheen, I don't know, but what's the name of the movie? Part deux. It was, I'm looking up. It was a spoof, right? Hit the like, man. Hit the like. I need 100 likes, man. Hot Shots Part Deuce. Part Deuce. So this is the Epstein file. Yeah, Nate me said Hot Shots. So this is Nothing Burger. This is Nothing Burger Part Deuce. Nothing Burger Part Deuce. And let me just say this. I said this last time. To the victims. My prayers go out to the victims. My prayers are with the victims. If you notice this morning, we haven't gone there. Like I said, I'm a father. I'm a girl dad, I bought these little boo-boos. My prayers go out to the victims, to the victims' families. The men who would do this and men like that, they don't deserve forgiveness. I don't believe they deserve forgiveness. The men who do things like this, they don't deserve forgiveness. I wish I could get a hold of them. But Jeffrey Epstein took his own life, thank God. I just want to say to you all, I love you. Thank you for watching. God bless the families. God bless the victims. Because this is the evil thing about the Democrats. Because the Democrats create these fake narratives and scenarios, and they don't care about the real people that get hurt. Justin Baldoni, Johnny Depp, Donald Trump. They don't care about the real people that get hurt when they create Amber Heard is a victim of this Democratic mafia. Have you heard of her? She's a gorgeous girl. Amber Heard is gorgeous. She's no longer a star because she was used as a pawn. So there are real victims, bro. There are real victims to this BS. So I give props. I give my prayers, my love, my support to the real victims. Trump is a victim. Trump, I know people won't like this. But the laptop was a lie. He got shot in the ear. Somebody died that day. How come we can't say that Trump actually is a victim of this deep state Democratic liberal mafia? He got shot in the ear. Someone died that day. The Russia hoax was fake. The laptop. He should have been president. But they make you hate him. People are crying. And if I'm Trump, I'm like, What can I do? I got shot for you. I'm a billionaire. I don't have to be president. The Democrats would have turned you into slaves. That's the only reason I'm here is because I love you. I am a billionaire. I didn't have to come here. I don't have to have you hate me. I don't have to have you say mean things about me. I'm a billionaire. You shot me in the ear. You shot me. You make up lies about me and my family and my wife. I'm a billionaire. I don't have to put up with this. He's sending citizens to concentration camps. Oh, man. This job is a difficult job, you guys. I'm telling you. It's a difficult job doing this. It's a difficult job doing this, I'm telling you, because people just splend. Job, he said, elected governor. It's a difficult job doing this, man. People just hear what they want to hear. Zayling, he deports anyone who doesn't agree with him. People just want to talk about a deportation. Karen Lynch, I agree with you 100%. Right, Stan. Terrell, if you say someone doesn't deserve forgiveness, you are guilty of more sins than all. Yeah, if you're the type of person who touches little, yeah, no, I disagree with you, brother. Yeah, bro. I'm not forgiving them, bro. I'm human. I'm not a God. See, people get the math. You get the math messed up. I'm not God. I don't, you mess around with the kids, the babies, the families. It ain't no forgiveness for you, bro. Not here. Not me. I mean, maybe a judge, a jury of 12 peers. Your God can forgive you. God would forgive you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, don't come to me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't come to me. This is the same thing I said about Trump. Don't go to Trump and blame Trump. Don't come to me for forgiveness when you've done wrong. When you've wronged me, I'm not the one you need to come to forgiveness. If you wrong me, I believe in Leave It to Beaver. I grew up watching Leave It to Beaver and the Wally. If somebody did something wrong to somebody, the beaver go get his big brother Wally. And Wally would say, hey, if you put your hands on that girl, I'm going to clobber you. I'm going to sock you in the eye. If you pick on those kids at the park, I'm going to clobber you. This is America, boy. Clint Eastwood. The Equalizer. What is you talking about? If you want forgiveness, go to God. But I'm going to Wally. I'm going to go get my big brother. If you do some foul shit, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to go get my big brother like I saw on Leave It to Beaver. And Wally is going to check you and train you and teach you just because you didn't have a father. He's going to remind you how we treat women and children. And if you don't do it, he's going to clobber you. Hello, America, men, gentlemen. This is how it works in America. I'm going to get my big brother Wally, and he's going to teach you and train you how you respect your elders, how you respect children, how you respect ladies. And if you don't, he's going to fucking clobber you. Y'all forgot what America was about, all you little fucky fucks. You forgot what America was about. You forgot what America was about. You think I'm being mean. And you know what my mama would say? I had a talk with Mrs. Perfect Time. You know what my mama would say? My mama would say, if you came home, go get Wally. My wife watched Power and Raising Canaan. And Canaan came home one day and his mama said, where was Jukebox? Go get Jukebox. Hello? Raising Canaan, the mama told Canaan, go get Jukebox. Huh? Go get Jukebox. And go back down to the park and find out Go get jukebox and take your ass back down to the park. Hello? Go get your big brother Wally. Wally and the Beaver. Leave it to Beaver. Yeah, Eddie Haskell. And I remember Wally checking Eddie Haskell. Every time Eddie Haskell got out of line, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm bringing it up. This is why I'm bringing it up. That character was there for a reason, to teach us how to be men, to teach us what our expectations of to be men. The leaders, the big brothers, the 6 foot tall men. This is your role in America. If there's a short guy and he's picking on women, your role is to go check him and tell him, stop picking on women. You're a man. Be a man, or I'm going to punch you in the eye. But that's old school. I'm not preaching violence. I'm not telling people I'm talking about a TV show, ladies and gentlemen. Just so we're clear, I'm talking about a TV show. This is a TV show. I know it's 2025 and we don't have chivalry and men are not men anymore. So we don't even have families with big brothers. So you deserve what's coming. You missed the part. You missed when we was talking about Sleepy Joe. These guys always come in at the end of the podcast and want to say this weird stuff. You missed when we were talking about Sleepy Joe. Because what I said was, it's only been 6 months into a 4-year term. But who was running the country for the last 4 years? If Biden, or let's go Brandon, wasn't fit mentally, and we knew that, who was calling the shots? Who was calling the shots? What would you rather have? You wanted Michael, you wanted Kamala, and you wanted tampons in the bathroom? You wanted no Democratic convention? You wanted Donna Brazile? You wanted the lie and the cheating? You wanted Hillary Clinton? I just need to understand, because if you don't want this, that means you wanted that. So you wanted Donna Brazile. You wanted the cheating Hillary. You wanted the dossier that was a lie. You wanted Hunter Biden in the White House. You wanted Hunter Biden in perfect timing podcast. Perfect timing podcast. You wanted Hunter Biden in the White House. Oh, just say it. Just say you were cool with Hunter Biden and all of the things he did, because we know what he did. Just say you cool with Hunter Biden being in the White House. You cool with Comey. You cool with the Russian dossier. You cool with the Russia hoax. You're cool with Donna Brazile cheating in a presidential debate. You're cool with Haiti. You're cool with the Red Cross. Just say that. Say that. Don't say Trump is deporting people. Say what I need you to say. Say the truth. Don't say Trump is mean. Don't say Trump is mean. Say I'm okay that we did not go to a DNC. Say I'm okay that we didn't have a presidential Democratic convention. I need you to say that. Say I'm okay that we did not have a Democratic convention for the presidency. Say I'm okay that they picked Kamala Harris despite her winning not one primary. Say I'm okay with them picking a cuck Mike Waltz who put Tampa. Say I'm okay with that. Say I'm okay with the Hunter Biden laptop, him sleeping with his brother, him using crack, him dropping coke on the White House. Say I'm okay with that. Yes, say you okay with Epstein, who got arrested in 2008, who gave him a deal. Say you're okay with Epstein going free. Say you're okay with Epstein going free in 2008. You got to say all of that. Say the whole time say the whole time for the past 12 years. Obama was president for 8, Biden was president before. Say you're okay with them not doing shit about Epstein. Because I know that was a little snide remark, right? When somebody said, say you're okay with Epstein. Mr. Doubtful say you're okay with Epstein. Okay. Are you prepared to say Obama didn't do shit and Biden didn't do shit? 12 years they had the Epstein files, so-called Epstein files, and didn't do shit. Can you say that? Thank you for adding that to the list. Thank you for adding that to, I forgot. You're right. So we got to add Epstein to Donna Brazile, huh? To Donna Brazile, the Russia hoax, the laptop, and the fact that they were in the power for 12 years. Hillary Clinton wasn't Hillary Clinton the secretary? Hillary Clinton was in power. Hillary Clinton was in power when Obama was president. She could have, where are you at? Hello? Where are you at? Can you answer me? Where are you at? Huh? I'm okay with communism. I just read it was a hoax. I just read it was a hoax. I'm okay with communism. It says right here, the Biden administration who conned the world, who conned the world. The Biden and that's why you're saying that, because you got conned by Sleepy Joe with the Russia hoax. He put it in the tweet. The laptop from hell. The laptop from hell. It was Biden's son. And then this is the last thing. This the last thing, bro. This the last thing, bro. For all you fake outrage, for people, you should have cried. Let me tell you what your tears would have been worthy. When Biden pardoned his son, when we saw what he did, Biden pardoned his son. I think sometime the chat, I think it'd be a lot of just, he pardoned Hunter after we saw. If you were going to cry, if you were going to be mad, that's when you should have cried. If you were going to be outraged, that was a real time to be upset. And on left and the right, no one can, after everything that happened during those 4 years, after we learned the truth about Ukraine and Biden and his son playing in Ukraine and Ukraine turning into what we have now, after we heard the phone call of Biden in Ukraine and Hunter on the board in the Ukraine, after we learned that, after we learned that he wasn't cognitively there, how could he pardon his son if he's not cognitively there? Who, how, what the helly? What the helly burden? If you were gonna be mad, if you had, don't cry for me, Argentina. James Caldwell, there's so many trolls. What did Hunter really do? He didn't do anything. What did Hunter do? What did Hunter Biden do? It's no big deal.